Alright guys, so if you guys got to the Abyss level 34 or even around level 30, some of you guys might be having a little bit of a struggle in order to survive against the Living Abyss. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing you guys a team that has been floating around the internet, but this is my take on it. And it is going to be the utilization of Milk Cookie. Alright, so you guys know that Milk Cookie has a magic candy as well as a unique skill where he is going to be able to taunt the enemies and allow the enemies target him other than someone like Werewolf or Squid Ink, Macaron, as well as Content. So we are going to be utilizing Milk Cookie in order to increase the survivability of our other cookies, and on top of that, allowing Werewolf to do the damage that he is supposed to do. So let's get into the toppings real quick. For Milk Cookie, I do have 5 of the solid almond. I have seen other builds where someone like Andy Runner is running 3 solid almond and 2 of the juicy apple jelly. If you have the specs, if you have the lab and your statues and all of those upgraded, then you guys can definitely go with it. But I do recommend going with 5 of the solid almond in order to allow Milk Cookie to survive all the way. Alright, I do recommend having a little bit of cooldown if possible, around 2.8%. It really doesn't make too much of a difference, but if you do have it, his skill does come off a little bit faster, allowing him to taunt a little bit quicker. And then next one is going to be a Werewolf. Werewolf is very important. This is the build that I am currently using. 3 of the juicy apple jelly, 2 solid almond. I have seen, more offensive build. I'm seeing more defensive build. But the most important thing here is that Werewolf survives. Alright, so if your Werewolf is dying, alright, with 5 of the juicy apple jelly or 3 of the juicy apple jelly, 2 solid almond, then make sure to go and add more damage resist. So if this is not working, then go with the full solid almond build. Alright, but the most important thing here is going to be the cooldown. Try to get it at least around 8 to 9%. If you can get it to that much, then you're actually able to rotate around Werewolf Cookie's skill a little bit faster, allowing him to do more damage with his magic candy. And then of course the attack speed, the preferred is going to be around 5% if possible, in order to attack a lot faster and stack that injury debuff. If not, then at least the highest in the team in order to receive the enchanted robe buff. Alright, and the next one is going to be Macaron. Macaron, 24.3% at least on the cooldown. The damage resist is not a requirement, but if you guys could get it higher because your Macaron is a little bit lower in the levels or promotions and your specs are not as high, then having damage resist will help out in order to help Macaron survive. Alright, next one is going to be Squid Ink. Squid Ink, at least 3.5% cooldown is recommended. I tried out lower and the damage is not that much. It's exactly the same as my build for the Avatar of Destiny. So you guys can pretty much use that entire thing. Damage resist around 10% is where my Squid Ink is like on the borderline of death. Alright, so make sure to have some damage resist if your Squid Ink is dying. Alright, and then of course focusing on the attack speed in order for it to receive the enchanted robe buff, and then attack and crit will definitely allow them to do more damage. Alright, and the next one is going to be Content. Last one, 24.3% at least on the cooldown, and damage resist. Content doesn't need as much because she is always going to stay in the back. Unlike, Macaron, who's in the middle. If you're dying, then add a little bit more. If you're not dying, then you don't really need it at all. I would say Macaron needs it a little bit more than Content. Alright, so here we go. Let me show you guys this against the level 50 Living Abyss, which is where our guild ended in. So here we go. So the skill order is exactly the same. Macaron, and then you do use Content, and then you Q Squid Ink here. Alright, and then you're just going to use Werewolf, and then Milk Cookie skill here. Alright. And then this is going to allow, of course, the skill rotations to be a lot faster. You put it on auto, and then 1.2. If you're not fast enough with 1.2, then just put it at 1 time speed. And then as the skills come around, make sure to do this. And another thing that I kind of took from Andy Runner here is after this, right? After this Milk Cookie gets spit out by Abyss around 42 seconds, all right? Because Werewolf is max HP, I like to do this. You use Macaron skill. And then before Milk Cookie comes out of this stun, make sure to Q Content skill, and as Content uses her skill, use Milk Cookies. This kind of delays the healing that you take from Cottons because Werewolf is already at max HP, and also allows Milk to tank a little bit more because the sheep are in the front as well. Alright, and then next one, rest of the way through, just kind of spam it, auto it. It's a little laggy again, but it's okay. You just keep going. Make sure to try to click it as fast as possible because, when there's lag, you don't want to delay the skill. Right, so here we go. And then you can see that Werewolf is surviving, hanging in there. So if you're dying here, this is the part that usually werewolves die. If you're dying there, make sure to, you know, add a little bit more damage resist. If you're not dying there, then you can add a little bit more attack. You know, it depends on your stats as well, right? So there we go. And you can see that it's a little bit less damage than before. Of course, the crit is going to make a difference, but 68 million damage. I've seen Andy Runner reach around 90 million. Of course, the specs are a lot different, and he is using a 5 juicy apple jelly rather than a 2 solid almond mixture. And you know, you guys can definitely utilize this team from level 1 all the way to wherever you need to. Werewolf Cookie, I would say, is the only one that you can probably like switch around the toppings in order to utilize a little bit more attack if you can for the lower levels, and then you know, adding a little bit of damage resist for the higher levels as well. But there you guys go. Revival of Milk Cookie, especially in order to help your team survive for the higher level Living Abyss. No one has really reached up to the level 34, to be honest, before this update, because they always focus on the dragon. So it's good to see that Milk Cookie actually has a utilization rather than having it just sit in the corner and not do anything. Anyways, guys, hope you guys found the video helpful. Good luck with the next season or the next part of the season. And I will see you guys all on the next one.